Hello there, Gia.
Hello, Keisha. Hello, everybody in the world.
Hello, everybody in the world, and thank you for listening. Thank you for continuing to listen. We have a lot of very loyal listeners, and we appreciate you.
Yep, we do. Yeah.
We
How'd you? Oh,
do.
you can tell from our charts and graphs that
Our
we've got
chat,
returning
our analytics. Well,
our
I'm
analytics.
pretty
Yeah.
sure, yeah, that we have a core group of people, that
Yeah.
have been stuck by us. I don't know exactly why, but
Probably because they can tell we need help. Yeah.
maybe, yeah, maybe they're keeping an eye on us from a safe distance.
Yeah. From a distance. But yeah, we appreciate you. And
We really do.
yeah. Okay. So
And
before
yeah,
we get sidetracked, should we just talk about General Hospital and
yeah.
turtlenecks and
Well, once again, Gia, I feel like there's an explosion of sweaters, and I don't know. It's weird to me that suddenly there are sweaters in all of a sudden.
well, it is winter in Port Charles. I mean, it's March, or I mean, I guess
Sure.
it's really, really early spring, but it's cold. And
But isn't this a recent development? I mean, in January, do we see a lot of sweaters? I don't remember sweaters. I'll
yeah,
get off this
yeah.
topic in
No,
a
you're right.
second. It's just weird to me. But anyway, and
Yeah,
and
no,
Lulu was wearing another one of those old school kind of.
turtleneck sweater
Yeah,
thing. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But
And
anyway,
Lois had on a heinous ensemble today.
yeah, she did with those. It seems like she's worn those pants before, maybe.
I was thinking they might be a little bit slimming on me, like because you like people might only see the part that's the one color and the rest of it might fade into the distance. So I thought I might try them, but
They're not magic, Gia.
it might be a little trick of the eye, though, a little optical illusion, you know?
I don't think you need magic pants. I think you're fine.
Who doesn't need magic pants
Well, that's a good point. And
for
speaking
that
of
magic
wardrobe,
pants feeling? What? See your what?
well, I was thinking, I think it might be time for us, maybe for our listeners, to set up
Uh-oh.
a GoFundMe page so they can buy like one properly fitting blazer for the men of Port
Oh,
Charles.
who
Because
did
like,
we see in a blazer today that we, I,
well,
or
Drew looked well. He's gonna look.
oh, he had that weird, like, is it the blazer? Is it the shirt? Or is
The
it the
shirt,
tie?
the
Oh,
collar seemed
the
too
collars.
high. Yeah,
Yeah.
the jacket seemed a little small. The shirt collar seemed a little high, and he seemed like a dick as usual. But I don't know. It just seems like they really struggle with these jackets and the
Now
men.
I'm just literally the visual is like a dick coming out of a shirt collar for me.
Well,
Like,
that's apt. I think.
is
Yeah,
that, yeah. And maybe
yeah.
that's why it doesn't fit properly because
'Cause he's a big penis.
they're not made to wear suits, really. They don't have shoulders.
What about a rubber?
If they've got a shoulder, you might want to call your doctor.
Wow, this went sideways in a hurry.
Oh no.
Let's
Uh,
walk it back.
okay,
Okay.
walk it back. So
Okay.
blazers, badly fitting blazers. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm partly is that big boxy tie like a thing now with suits? Is that like an in thing maybe?
I don't think so. And actually, if you ask me, I'm with Zelensky. I don't think suits are in. I don't think they're a sign of anything. I-
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was silly. Well, I like a suit, a well-fitted suit. I don't even mind the kind of retro suit like when Chase wears kind of the retro
Yeah, yeah.
skinny leg suit
Uh-huh.
because he can pull it off,
He
you
can.
know.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
But
but yeah,
I
the Drew was that wasn't particularly flattering, I guess.
no, and I think yeah, the shirt by itself wasn't great. It wasn't a good choice. I think it wasn't. It didn't seem like professional enough. I don't know. It's like
He was wasn't today, but I guess it was yesterday when he initially revealed the whole blackmail
Yeah.
plan to Portia.
Mhm. Mhm.
He was truly menacing, like blocking
He
her
was. He
path in the
was.
door. I was like, dude, you
Yeah.
are actually getting evil, you know?
Yeah, I know. I was kinda hoping she would try to push past him and force his hand a little bit, so see if he would have gotten physical or something,
Yeah, I mean, he was physically menacing there. It
Yeah.
was an icky feeling, you
Yeah,
know?
it was. It was, yeah. It was.
Like
I
he's
felt
starting to
bad
cross the
for her.
line,
Mhm.
and so the murder mystery plot, I think somebody, who was it? Carly
It
was it?
was Portia said that he
Somebody
should.
said they'd do anything to stop Drew. I
Oh,
didn't.
yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
that
it
could
was
have been
Carly.
Carly, but
Yeah.
I think Portia even said something about him dying, when she was talking to Ava, I think?
Yeah.
And I
Right. I
liked
think
that she
so.
called Ava. Didn't you find that interesting and
I thought that was
exciting?
great. Yeah, that
Yeah.
she called Ava and then she met with Rick. I was
I
like, that's so
know, I
funny.
know. I'm glad
Ava
that
and Rick.
happened. Yeah. I thought
Yeah.
somehow that wouldn't happen or she'd put it off, but I'm glad that kind of got wrapped up today.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, she and Ava had a connection over Trina, so it wasn't
Mhm.
out
Right.
of the realm of possibility. But it was kind of, it's like, oh well, Ava knows like dirty tricks like nobody else, so that's
Exactly.
kind of
Yeah.
a good call. But
Yep.
neither one really provided any help. Not really.
No, not really. I mean, I thought their advice was good that she could just sort of pretend she's working Curtis,
Yeah.
as long
What
as
I
she
really liked
can.
was neither one of them blinked an eye about what she'd done, you
Yeah,
know?
that's true. That's a
There
good
was
point.
no,
Yeah.
like, the reveal where they were just like, and, you know?
Is that
Yeah.
it?
So in that sense, you did turn to the right people because
Yeah,
there was no
right.
judgment on
No, no, because they
who.
both done far worse. Yeah.
Far worse. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was a little bit extreme when Ava sort of put it out there that she could lose Curtis. I don't know if that's true because I'm glad they sort of clarified that he did know about the drug test tampering or whatever that was. Yeah.
But not about
But not about the
Brad
blackmail,
blackmailing.
which doesn't seem like that big a deal to withhold that
Well,
from
like,
him.
answer me this: what did she have to gain from keeping that information from Curtis that Brad was blackmailing her? Why?
N-
What?
The only reason I could think, and I don't think this was why, but that she was afraid he'd go after Brad and she didn't want him to get in trouble. But I don't know if that's what she was
Was
thinking or
that even
not.
implied though? I mean, we
No,
didn't.
I don't think it ever was. I don't think so. Maybe it was, but I don't really remember that as being a
I mean,
big.
that, like, I guess that could be mildly plausible, but I didn't feel like that was set up or anything.
No, no, I think you're right. Yeah, so I can't think of another reason why.
Because I knew she had told him, but I was like, so why is she acting so weird about the
Yeah,
Brad thing in front of him? Because I
yeah,
just didn't remember that
hmm
she hadn't. It
yeah,
just
me
doesn't
neither.
make sense. Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't really, no. But as far as like things to things that would be harmful to keep secret, it's more the test that she tampered with than the blackmail, from
Yeah, exactly.
Brad.
The blackmail was not her fault. So what?
Right.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Um,
they're sort of trying to make this seem like a big, she's going to lose something very, very big. And I don't know that that's true.
yeah. Although Curtis does get on his high horse about the truth kind of thing.
He does. And he's
Um,
been very emphatic about saying everything he's doing is above board, which I
yeah.
appreciate.
Yeah. Um, but we saw in another storyline, another plot line going on that revealing the truth doesn't. You don't necessarily get rewarded for that. So,
That's true.
because you
Hmm.
think, why doesn't she just go to Curtis and tell him all of this?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's gonna come back to bite her in the butt
Of
when
course. Yeah.
he finds out she's kept something secret.
And that it's given Drew leverage. That's what's,
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
he's gonna throw that in her face probably if he does act that way.
But to pivot to
Hmm.
the other couple that has the one judgy partner,
Hmm.
um, Brad and Lucas.
Yes. Yes. Uh-huh.
which had we already? I know they were getting it on. I think when we
Yeah,
last
everything
spoke,
was good when we left them. Hmm.
except Brad had
Except Brad
stopped
was about to tell
about to
him.
reveal. Yeah, and so then he did his reveal,
Hmm.
and Lucas like just you know um
Lost it.
yeah, lost it, and it's all
Hmm.
over. And
Hmm.
I was like, really? That's you're gonna? I don't know. I
Well,
guess I'm too much Team Brad is the
I
problem.
know, I know, but I think, and I was disappointed that it all fell apart so quickly too. But I gotta say, that's not like a small transgression, right? Blackmailing somebody with that sort
Um,
of, it's not like a typical sort of thing that you
it's
might.
small compared to like the baby thing.
That's what he
If
should
we're
have used
looking
as
at
his
it as
argument.
if
Yeah.
we're looking at it like on a continuum sort of
Right.
thing.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah.
I guess it's closer toward the middle than the
But
baby
I mean,
thing
if
being
you're
at one
looking at
end.
it from Brad's point of view, it's like,
Yeah.
what is it that Lucas can't handle? That he was blackmailing or that he didn't tell the truth? And so Brad's looking at it like, why do I not get a cookie for telling the truth?
Yeah.
Like,
You're right.
here
You're
I
right.
am, I'm being
Hmm.
like, here's what
Hmm.
you wanted. You want me to
Right.
be upfront about everything. But what you
Hmm.
really don't like, Lucas, is me. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Because, yeah, you're right. For Brad, it was the confessing. For Lucas, it was the
yeah,
act, I think, the deed,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And I understand Lucas's point of view, I think, more because I think he's right. Brad doesn't quite understand what bad behavior is, I guess,
Yeah, right.
or not until too late, and Brad really relished the fact that he had information he could use against Portia.
That's true.
I
That's
mean,
true.
Lucas doesn't really know that, but yeah, I think you're doing a good job making a case for Brad. And I'm
I
afraid
just,
now that he feels
I
like,
don't know.
all hope is lost with Lucas, that he's just going to go down that path and
Right,
just be
right. He's
bad
gonna be like,
again.
why should
Yeah,
I try to
fuck
contain
it.
my personalities? Like,
Yeah,
because fuck
didn't
it. Yeah.
didn't do me any
Um,
good. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. There's a little bit of me that just feels like, when you take somebody on, you love them, like you
Yeah.
love them warts and all.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, there's some lines you like.
Hmm.
I don't know. I just feel like I don't think I would. I don't think I'd ever set up like an ultimatum for a partner
No,
and say, this
ultimatums
is,
aren't good. Those never really
yeah,
work out. That's like you want them to fail that test if you're setting up something like that.
yeah, and that's just like putting yourself in power over somebody, and
Yeah.
like I don't know. So I feel like
Mhm.
there's a little bit of that judgment thing going on with Lucas all the time that
Yeah, and Brad sort of alluded to that, didn't he? Or
yeah.
even just said
So
it right out loud.
yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't approve of blackmail, of course, but
Mhm.
I don't know. I just
Yeah.
like Lucas. How are you going to find somebody that's um
Mhm.
the perfect? I mean, right? You shouldn't be with somebody that blackmails if you're not a fan of blackmail. But
But now if Brad had killed someone that no one would miss, I think that's fine.
that's fine. I mean, you have to make sure nobody would miss them. But I don't know. I just feel like, are you losing more by letting go of this person that you obviously love? Like, is this
Yeah,
something
yeah,
more like
yeah.
couldn't you be like, okay, baby steps? He told me about it, you
Right,
know?
yeah, yeah. Now I'm thinking about your case for Brad, and I'm thinking, I guess it's possible if he did get some positive reinforcement from Lucas for coming clean, then he would think twice next time he was tempted to do something bad, and he probably, maybe he could slowly be nudged in the right direction. I mean,
It's
he's never
just, I
going to
mean,
be an angel, but.
Brad's world is so hard with
Yeah,
Selena and
yeah.
it's just
Gosh, you're really good tonight, Gia. You could be a lawyer.
thanks. Well, it's like kids that have grown up in a certain way, like a household where there isn't trust or whatever, and
Yeah, yeah.
they or, maybe they steal or whatever. It's
Mhm.
like the personality traits that they learn to get
Mhm.
by. Probably going
Yeah.
to take a long time to undo when they grow up and if they get into a different kind of like if that's how their
Mhm.
worldview was shaped.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that's a good point too. And their currency is different, it's not
yeah,
like money that you earn. It's like, yeah, it's power and knowledge and everything that you use to manipulate other people.
yeah. So I just feel like I don't know. I felt like Lucas should have.
Mhm.
Um, I, I don't not that they should have like slept together. Like I could say
Mhm.
I could see like let's slow this down. I don't. I like I'm not
Yeah.
comfortable with like you still seem like those
Yeah.
behaviors are. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, that
I
might have
mean,
that's a good call. That might have been nice if they just put a pin in it
put
for
a
the night.
pin in it. That sounds uncomfortable for what they were doing, but
It does, doesn't it? But, you know what I
and
mean.
I haven't seen any like homophobic stuff online, but I guess I'm mostly reading General Hospital Snark, which doesn't allow any
Yeah,
comments like that. So,
yeah, uh-huh. That's
but
good.
was it on like the actual General Hospital pages or something, or
I don't remember. It was just like it seemed like a few people, saying they had finally like decided they were going to stop watching. They were done, and
uh,
they, you know,
yeah,
but good riddance, I guess.
yeah, that's their loss. That's unfortunate,
Yeah.
but
Hmm. Yeah.
anyway, I'm rooting for that couple.
You think
I
they
was
still might have a chance? Like, I'm hoping like they could
I
always get
don't
trapped
know.
together in an elevator or something. That's
Yeah.
always my solution for things.
Well, and also just like Brad like so loves this guy
Yeah.
that he like set this whole thing up so that he could be with him, and I don't
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like
Hmm. Yeah.
throwing away a lot there. I think I don't know.
Yeah. I did kind of like going back to Brad's last scene, I think, with Selena. I liked that he was speaking openly with her about Lucas, and she was, kind of telling him he deserved better. But like, I like that they had at least that sort of level of communication
A
beyond,
little bit of a moment, yeah.
Yeah,
She wasn't quite
right.
as villainous,
Yeah, a
or
bit more
oh, oh, you
humane.
disappeared. Uh-oh. Oh, there you are. You
But
disappeared for a second.
oh, sorry, Vinny's trying to get me to pet him. Sorry.
Vinny.
Vinny, we're busy, Vinny. Doing
We're
important
doing
work
God's
here.
work here, Vinny. Come on.
Yeah.
So anyway,
uh,
I think you're probably in the right as far as you shouldn't be with people that blackmail people. But
Maybe. Just think about it, Gia.
but in the soap opera world,
In the soap opera world, is there anyone who's never
doesn't
blackmailed
blackmail.
anyone?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. That's
yeah.
true. It's going to be tough to find someone who doesn't blackmail other
I
people.
just I felt this connection between this actor, this Lucas,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Brad, and I just
Mhm.
I wanted
Yeah.
them to like have a storyline and keep it going.
Mhm. Yeah.
But no, well, now they will. It'll be bad. It'll be a bad storyline. But I think you
Mm.
could be quite right. Yeah, Brad could go ahead and spiral out of control now and go back to the complete dark side.
Yeah, who knows? Well, and also now that Portia has a good idea that he's sold her out, he's going to have pressure from other directions
Right, that's
too,
true. Yeah, she won't be
you
too
know.
happy with him. Yeah.
No. No.
Well, if anybody could help her sleuth her way out of that, maybe Brad could be a good advisor.
Yeah. Yeah. True. Wouldn't that
It'd be
that would be
funny to see
interesting if they
Portia just
joined
go right.
forces?
Yeah, just see Portia go right down to the gutter, and
Yeah.
like
Ooh.
be a be like
Like
a
a crack
bad
whore?
girl. Well, not a crack whore, but like a bad girl, just
Yeah. Yeah.
much more morally ambiguous. And I mean, she kind of already
Mhm.
has been, well, obviously,
Yeah.
because of
Yeah.
what we've seen. But
Mhm. Right.
anyway, okay, what do
Anyway.
you got? That was my big thought for
Okay. Well, I'm going to
Thursday.
go back to Tuesday before I forget. And I don't know if this was super interesting, but we had Sasha and Sidwell had made her the offer, and
Right. And
Jason came in,
Jason chased him out at gunpoint.
chased him
Yeah.
out. Yeah, I mean, was that at all exciting for you?
Uh, well, I didn't really like believe that Jason chased him out just to find out if he'd bombed Sonny's apartment, which is
Yeah,
what he
right,
said.
right.
Um,
Yeah.
no, it wasn't all that exciting to me, I
No,
guess.
he
I don't know.
probably did want to get him away from Sasha. I guess
Yeah,
primarily.
yeah.
Yeah. And then
But she
Anna
called
came
him up
upon
later,
them.
so it
Yeah.
doesn't
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and then now we've got Anna and Jason. I think we were just coming up with a way to throw Anna and Jason together again.
I guess so. And I don't know. I mean, back when they had their kiss and everything that led up to that, it seemed like, I don't know, they were more like peers. And lately she's been like, so much of her speech and her interactions with him and everybody, she's been in total like cop mode. And it seems like they're
Yeah.
less compatible. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I haven't felt any like chemistry between them in
No, not
forever.
really. I mean, once in a while she'll sort of say something like we're friends, like dot dot dot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then like the way she's talking to him otherwise, it's like this isn't sexy talk, you know? You're always
No,
sort of
she
like
just she's
ragging
just
on him.
she's barking at everybody. She just barks at
Exactly.
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, so she needs to kind of, I don't know, talk to him like a person, like they are actual friends before I
Well,
can get
don't you
excited
think
about that.
whatever caper they're off on to
To
where are they
Buenos
going?
Aires.
Buenos Aires. Ooh, say that again.
Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires? Buenos Aires?
Bonjour.
Yeah. Which all you have to do is like know what country somebody's in and you just like go and start going, Charlotte, Charlotte.
That's right.
Like
It's easy as that. See,
yeah,
it's small. There's only going to be one cafe with like two
one cafe with
employees
some
and one customer.
bougainvillea. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let's see the bougainvillea again.
I don't know. Do they
Yeah.
have bougainvillea in Buenos?
I
I
bet
don't
they
know what.
do.
Yeah, I don't know what they
Bet
have.
they do. Yeah.
But don't you think they're just getting them off on a caper so that we can
Yeah.
explore this like friendship dot 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 as you say?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I'm interested to see if they think they can do that. If they can get something going between them. But it's going to be a little weird if Jason's also sort of involved
Supposed to
with.
be,
Yeah,
yeah.
and does
Does
Anna
Anna
know
know?
the?
Oh, oh.
'Cause
Jinx.
I guess
I'm
we answered
wondering.
our question. Yeah,
I don't feel like. I mean, wouldn't that have been talk about town everywhere?
I
Uh,
think so. Yeah, you'd think so, but and it's weird how like Carly's been fairly blasé about that.
well, yeah, because was it Sunny that talked her down, right? Like
Yeah,
made her,
yeah.
yeah, which is yeah,
Mhm.
that's not her usual
No,
MO at all.
right.
So
And I guess is she that distracted by Brennan that she has no sort of jealousy or anything, possessiveness towards Jason in this instance?
maybe she's got the pants feeling
The
still,
pants
so
and the magic pants feelings.
yeah, magic pants. I
Mhm.
didn't understand that scene where that hooah come up to the table and
Why is that so funny?
I don't know.
Just saying it that way makes it funny. Say it again, Gia.
I don't want to say it. She just was kind of rather forward, shall we say?
Yeah, I thought so. I thought that was a little bit rude, seeing that he was there with another woman.
Yeah, if he'd been
You know,
alone, it would have been a different matter. But
yeah,
and well, like, are we supposed to think like initially we think her reaction was jealousy, but then it seemed
yeah,
like she was saying, "I'm not like glamorous enough for your life" or something, or I don't know what
yeah,
she was
sort
trying to
of like
say.
acting like he's James Bond and she's not a Bond girl, but that other woman was, I guess.
But he
That's
seems so like soccer dad compared to the
yeah,
original
yeah, right, right.
Brennan. He's not pulling off that. He's pulling. He can pull off like the "I'm a businessman and an evil spy" a
Right,
little
right.
bit, but not the
Yeah.
like "I'm suave and deboner." You know.
No. And even the original Brennan seemed like he only had eyes for Carly, really. Like I
Yeah,
wouldn't have
yeah.
that wouldn't have rung true if a woman had hit on him and he had and this guy
Well,
didn't even seem that
I would
charming.
have. I would have believed a woman from his past coming up, and but I wouldn't have
From
believed
his
a woman coming
past,
up to.
maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't have believed a woman coming up to this guy and being like all like ooh, because it's like I don't know. This guy just doesn't have
Yeah.
he just doesn't have it. I mean, I'm sure he's nice, but he just he doesn't have
Yeah, that
that
je ne
like
sais quoi.
yeah, that like little
Mhm.
sizzle, that little like
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know.
uh-huh. Right,
He's like
right.
more of a pencil pusher bad boy, you know.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
I think I'm gonna believe that he's gonna do evil things. I'm
Yeah,
more likely to believe it about this guy than I would the original Brennan.
interesting. Okay, okay.
Because
And
that
I
guy, like,
what did you
he
think
just
of
like went around the world with a smile on his face.
you
You know,
still just love him, don't
I
you?
do, I really do. Bring him back. Start a little write-in campaign or something.
Yeah, poor Gia,
Yeah,
gosh, I'm sure you're not
I mean,
maybe you start a support group for people who miss Brennan.
I bet there's a lot of us. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I'm yawning. Sorry,
Sheesh,
apologies.
sheesh.
Apologies.
Um It's okay. I thought it was a little weird. Felicia, her reaction to Brennan, I get it. She's cool towards him, whatever. But then she seems so sort of silly when she like immediately got on her phone and brings Anna in and acts like she's
Oh yeah,
concerned about
yeah.
Carly. That was
Like,
all
what
like
is
sort
she?
of
What's her connection to Carly? It didn't like. I was like, why is she? Yeah,
she's
that was
acting
weird.
like, she's Bobby's friend, so she's doing it on her behalf or something. That all
Yeah,
seemed like, come on, you guys don't really, whoever's writing this doesn't know Felicia. She's a little cooler than that.
yeah. They just haven't figured out what to do with Felicia. I kind of feel bad for
Yeah.
her.
Mhm.
I mean, I do like seeing her in the grandmother role, like we saw her today. But it's like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. She's not. They just keep putting her in these little side bits.
Yeah, and she
Um,
could really like stretch her legs, and
yeah,
have a full story. Like Maxie too. They could both really be killing it.
yeah, yeah. I don't know why they're so peripheral all the time.
Yeah,
Um,
right.
did you
Hmm.
like the Maxie Lulu
Martin
caper?
thing.
Yeah, Lulu's.
Well,
I
Maxie
thought
did her
Lulu looked cute in
best.
her little maid outfit.
I like Maxie's thought that it was role playing.
Yeah, that was kind of
That
funny.
was
Yeah.
that was maybe the funniest part, but I don't know. I don't know if I was just like nervous about Martin coming along, but I wasn't enjoying that as much as I wanted to. That whole scene.
Oh, you
Uh,
wanted to enjoy it more and you weren't. Sorry.
yeah, I mean, like, because Maxie was doing her best to keep it
Yeah,
entertaining.
yeah,
And then stalling Martin, that was all a little bit exaggerated. That had some Lucy energy to it.
yeah, yeah. That was, and I like the way she like just dumped the wine on her blouse.
And then you could see her sort of
Yeah,
mad at Lulu because she
yeah.
ruined her blouse. Yeah. Uh-huh.
But yeah, I would like to see her do something more involving her own storyline, not just
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
and
I
maybe a
mean,
little less of Lulu. Like,
I would agree there. Yeah, definitely. Because Lulu's got a big storyline and going in all different directions now. And I feel
yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah,
Maxie has had big storylines in the past, but
but nothing in a while.
nothing in a while. And she's so good. I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
if it would be a family related storyline, I guess. Those are a little trickier. The little
I mean they
kids and
put her
stuff.
together with Spinelli, and then they just sort
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
then we don't really see them anymore.
Right. Right. Hmm.
I don't know. Uh,
Anyway, we,
but
we,
yeah,
we
more
like them.
Maxie, a
Yeah.
little bit. I mean, I'm not sick of Lulu or anything, but I just feel like it's been a little much.
A little
Um,
much, definitely. Yeah. And I thought it was interesting that she went to Carly with her new information. That was
yeah,
a good
what was
choice.
that? I was like, why? Who? What?
It
I
was a
don't know.
little random, but Carly did have sort of the long view and all that perspective. And then you realize, gosh, everybody in town has been in the same situation. Just like
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah,
blackmailed someone, everybody has had to give up a child or, you know,
yeah, yeah, or lie
stolen
about
a
it, or
child,
yeah, stolen a child, yeah,
sold a
fabricated
child,
a child,
swapped
yeah,
babies.
pretended to have a child. Yeah, I did. I liked that she at least slowed her down, but you know that Lulu was
Yeah.
going to blurt it out the next time she.
Yeah, and I did
Yeah.
think that she was petty enough that she would use this information to cause some damage, you
She
know?
claims she's not, but it's like this is
Right.
all about you and
Yeah.
Brooklyn. Like,
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
be dishonest to yourself even about your
Right, right.
motivations here.
Yeah, there's
Um,
nothing noble about what you're thinking, you know?
yeah, and I liked how Carly phrased it, like you're just wanting to blow up somebody's life here,
Yeah.
a
Mhm.
bunch of people's lives, really.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
so yeah, I
So,
like that Carly slowed her down at least, but
mhm. Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna. It's coming. It's coming, obviously.
Mhm. And it would have been interesting if she'd gone to Maxie, you know?
Yeah, that's why I was a little puzzled. Like, why would she go to Carly
Yeah.
when she's
Yeah.
got a mother that she's close to and Maxie that she's
Right.
close to?
Right. Yeah, those would have
Uh,
been interesting conversations too. Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah. She kinda owed it to Maxie because Maxie helped her so much there.
yeah, really, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't like why is she gunning so hard for Brooklyn?
Yeah, I don't
Um,
know either. I don't know. Hmm.
yes, I guess
It's
they
too
just keep
bad.
explaining it that it's all from 4 years ago, but
But that doesn't
um,
help us.
no.
Might as well never have happened 4 years ago, you know?
Um, Oh, I wanted to say one other thing that I really hated Drew about. I'm just jumping around.
Okay.
Um, the focus today with Drew
Oh,
opening
Oscar?
the pediatrics thing and
Yeah.
all the Oscar references. It was like,
Yeah.
and of course it was a different actor at the time, and so
Right.
it was just so
Right.
hard to swallow from this
It
guy that
was,
it was like,
yeah.
oh man.
It was like,
Um,
"You never loved Oscar, you bastard." Should have slapped him across the face. But yeah,
but
you're right. It's partly
yeah,
because, yeah, he's a different actor and just he
yeah,
hasn't mentioned Oscar once, in a
yeah.
long time. Yeah.
And I was like, "Why doesn't Elizabeth already hate him too? She was being
I
so kind."
know.
And I
I
was like,
know.
"I
Yeah.
don't know."
And then I was
Maybe she's
wondering,
got a different perspective. Like she's kind of friends with Willow, right?
I guess she's really good at not judging people, I think, because she
Yeah,
knows she's done
yeah,
things too. But yeah, I don't know if she maybe knows or has felt the impact of Drew's actions, I don't know. She's been much more equitable towards him though.
yeah, yeah. But anyway, that was all hard to take. And then
It
just that.
was. Yeah, you're right. That was hard to take. Mhm.
Oh,
Yep. Um, but,
what else?
it was interesting when Kai and Trina came up, and Trina, was kind of giving him the side eye, but then she dug deep and tried to be diplomatic with Drew, which I thought was classy.
Well, does she have anything? Like, does she know
Well, that's what I was
that?
wondering too, but then I think she must know that he's double crossed Curtis, right? I
Well, that's
mean,
what I'm not sure if does she know that? I don't know.
I think so. I think so
Oh,
because she
okay.
did give him a look. Um,
But then she's
some
all like, "Are you gonna stop and see my mom?" I was like, "What? What?" Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, but it did seem like she was sort of like on the fence about whether or not to be nice to him, and she sort of followed Kai's lead, I guess.
yeah, yeah. You know what was funny was when James came in with a broken arm, and I was
Mhm.
like, initially, most of the episode, I was like, that was so stupid. They act like, there's only one doctor and one nurse, and you got a broken arm. And I was like, why didn't they go to the emergency room? You wouldn't like everybody knows. I know that's just a soap opera, but you go to the emergency room, and I'm like, well, they should have had him. And then later, they're like, I like working in the
I
emergency. It's like
know, like, that's
that
your
was supposed
emergency
to be your
room?
emergency room. Have you seen even a single episode of VR?
I know, I know. Yeah, and he didn't seem like he was in that much pain for having a broken arm.
No, for having a broken arm. Yeah, I don't know. I've never broken an arm or a limb at all.
Yeah.
I think I broke a toe once, but so I don't know. But yeah, you'd think you'd be in severe.
I think so. As a little kid, I think you'd be
Yeah,
crying at least a little bit.
But I do like James.
Yeah, he's pretty
He's
good.
got some tood. He's got a little tood.
He
You know?
does. He's got a lot of tude. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Oh, hey. Speaking of weird words, did you see how I got a little support from my Dilly campaign?
Oh shit!
Yep.
Shit.
People like
Now
it. Everyone loves it.
everyone. Now listen.
Everyone loves it. Somebody
I
went out of their way to message us saying that they liked
Yeah. Thanks a lot,
my
Liz.
my
Liz.
new phrase. Things are getting dilly and all dilly up in here.
Yeah, I combed over, I think, some of the platforms where people listen to us to see if there were any other people who
You
said that
did.
they
No, you
supported
didn't.
your new word. I could not find anyone
Oh,
except for Liz, so I don't know that you can
you
say
combed over.
it's been embraced.
The fact that you combed over platforms, looking at this, you must feel quite threatened by me. Really. Did you look up if diller had a meaning? I'm looking that up right now.
No, I was still sort of fleshing out our mini series about the multi-generational
Diller.
saga of dillers.
I'm typing in, what is a diller? Oh, it actually is something.
Oh no, that's too
A
bad.
diller can be a surname or an old-fashioned term for an idler.
An idler. Could because we have it, the definition morph into someone who is a maker of dill pickles?
Like, just they're so idle that
Well, I guess all they have to do is throw everything in a jar and then just sit around, right?
yeah, you can be idle fairly easily. Yeah.
Hmm.
I used to eat pickles and save the pickle juice and then put
Right,
cucumbers in them,
right, yeah.
that's a very idle way of making a pickle.
It sure is, yeah. It sure is,
So
Gia.
it's an obsolete term for an idler. In
Okay.
London, diller may have been an occupational name for someone who grew or sold dill.
No
So
way. So that's kind of pickle
no
adjacent.
way.
We're moving closer to a diller becoming somebody who makes pickles.
Diller
I,
is a German surname that can refer to a sawyer or someone from a place called Dill, or Till. Those are spelled different. I'm not making this up.
People at home are just like staring at whatever they're listening to this on. Like, how do I turn this off now? Do I throw it out the window? Do I get my money back? How am I not getting paid to listen to this?
Uh-oh.
What?
Now I'm scrolling and I came across something called Urban Dictionary. So I
That
may
is a
not want to
thing.
be, I may not want to.
Hit
Okay,
it.
it
You think
says,
they're going to be bombarded with pictures of wieners?
yep, diller is a Danish slang word used as a reference to penis.
Perfect. That's like a pickle.
Wait, listen to this. Oh, okay, I just read it wrong. Or another word for the male organ between the legs. It is mostly used by lower aged kids. I'm going to be sorry if I click on this, aren't I? Yeah.
Oh boy.
What am I on here? Urban Dictionary.
Yeah.
Diller can be used to describe many things in replace of cool, good, or penis.
Cool, good, or penis? What?
And here's a sentence that gives. Okay, we'll get back to it in a minute. Oh shit!
I don't know if we
I
can.
touched my diller in the ice machine.
What? What are you doing, man?
I think I'm gonna quit using the diller, but maybe dilly. Like,
Yeah.
it's still okay. Okay, let's move on. Woo, back it up. We're heading in bad territory. We're sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
gosh, I don't know what happened.
Did you just take a big gulp of your vodka?
No.
No,
I should
have.
I'm doing this sober, Gia, and it's not easy. Gosh, that was
working for you. Yeah.
I don't know who owes everybody an apology, but I think it might be you.
I think
Gia.
it's me. I apologize. I didn't. You know how you click on stuff, you go down a rabbit hole, and then you're.
Yeah. I mean, we were having a nice time imagining
But it was
of
it was a bad apple.
families, rival families, perfecting
Yeah,
their pickles.
different varieties of dill
And
and
then
yeah.
you had to
Uh, yeah.
take it down that dark road. So somehow let's try to salvage this and talk
All
about
right.
our friends in Port Charles
Um,
again, please.
I guess a storyline that or a character that we've like is affected by the big storyline is Geo. We haven't really talked about.
No, we
We've had a
haven't.
fair amount of Geo Tracy
Hmm.
stuff going on, which is weird.
It
I
is weird, and it does feel like the characters are being manipulated to suit the storyline, and they're not behaving naturally necessarily. I
Yeah,
mean,
like they're having Tracy do these, like making these hoops for Geo to jump through for some odd reason.
yeah, and then she does these weird about faces, like he's
Yeah.
passed some test, and yeah, that's all. Unless she knows something, but I don't think she does.
Yeah, like she's decided that he's worthy to be a
Yeah,
quartermain or something, and
yeah,
so
right.
but she's pushing him as hard as she can first to see,
Yeah, testing
and
his character and everything.
he's passing with flying colors, so
Right.
but that whole thing was quite silly with Sunny and the paperwork,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah,
Sunny doing the little bit of a heart clutch. Every scene has
right.
Sunny with a little bit of a heart
You
clutch,
always sort of wonder, "Oh, is this what's gonna take him down?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and then everybody like for like it wasn't natural the way they had everybody leave the room to walk Sunny out
Yeah,
except
yeah,
Geo. It was
I
like
know.
that wasn't a natural occurrence. It wasn't like
No, it seemed like Gio should have been the one person to go after him to say, "Thank
yeah.
you, I'm sorry about all that." Yeah, that
Yeah,
was all a
it was
little.
clunky. That was clunky, I guess.
Mhm, it was very clunky. I mean, I still like Gio a lot, uh, but,
Yeah, he's being I mean, we're seeing more of him, which
mhm,
is good, and they're developing his character a little more.
a little more,
Um
yeah, yeah.
and I do like he and Cody. Like I'm liking Cody a
Yeah,
lot lately.
I like that dynamic they have and Gio just helping him out down there. I think that's kind of fun and sweet.
Yeah. And I like that, like Dante stops by and
Yeah,
razes him and
yeah,
everybody gets it feels like a natural kind of bro relationship going on and
yeah, but without too much of that bro energy, you
the
know?
bro stuff. But they're having beers. Tell me like you're sitting in like a living room of a barn but they have to keep their beer in this crap cooler, you know? Like there's not a they'd have
A
like
fridge.
a fridge, probably
Yeah,
a stainless steel, like the best
yeah,
on the market fridge.
right, right, like a commercial grade fridge.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
I thought that was a little funny.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, but I do like that kind of as a hangout. It is weird. It's weird that there could be a
yeah.
horse standing right there sometimes, but
I like the nickering, like the little soundtrack they have with the nickering. Like I'm gonna
uh-huh.
look for an
Yeah.
app that'll play nickering like all night for me to sleep by. It's such a nice little sound, you know?
Yeah, yeah, uh-huh. It's
You know?
it's funny what sounds people find soothing, but yeah. That's fine, Gia. Like, I love the sound of, like, dogs make when they're sorta snuffling and snoring a little bit. That's the best
Yeah,
sound
that's
in the
very
world, you
restful.
know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's restful. Yeah.
yeah.
You know what's weird is why is it cute when animals like make chewing sounds like or chew with their mouths open, but when people do it,
Mhm.
you're like, I am gonna throw up if you don't stop it.
Yeah, you feel like people
It's
should be able to control that maybe. It's part of it,
well, I can
right?
see like you think people should control it and you forgive animals,
Yeah.
but why do you actively like it when animals do it?
Hmm. Well, I don't
Maybe
know.
you
They're
don't. Maybe you
no, no,
don't.
that I do. They're just
Maybe
cuter
you're
all
that cold
around.
bastard that just doesn't like animals chewing.
Yeah, sure. I was just watching. You've seen that Chunk the Groundhog video, haven't
Oh
you?
yeah, yeah,
Oh, is
yeah.
there anything cuter than that guy?
That's pretty cute, but
Yeah. Anyway,
Uh,
no, I like watching animals chew. Bunnies eating anything, very cute, adorable.
very cute. Yeah, they're
Hmm.
machines. God.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway,
Beavers being like,
yeah.
fuck it does, you know?
Man, we're sucking tonight.
Did you just say I was sucking?
No, we. I said we.
Oh,
You might have heard
we.
I, and
Uh,
maybe you should have heard
yeah,
I.
no, I and me. Um,
Oh, what else? Oh, we
anyway,
had,
okay, yeah. So I agree. I think Tracy and Gia were both being made to do things just to, I don't know why they're throwing those two together all the time,
yeah.
but
I mean, I wanted to like that scene, and I kind of did. Like, I like Tracy being nice to Gio, but it still feels like it's somehow orchestrated. It's not as
yeah.
organic as I need it to be.
Did you like her shirt?
I went back and forth. I kind of like the
Me
detail around
too.
the
I was like,
collar.
do I love this shirt or do I hate this shirt?
She's wearing a lot of that sort of top, these days.
Very Chico's kind of thing.
Yeah.
Very
And
like
maybe
posh lady of a certain age kind of thing going
lady of a
on.
certain age. Yeah, right.
She can wear it. She can pull that off
She
and
can
look
wear anything.
elegant.
Yeah, she's really
Yeah.
quite beautiful. Yeah, yeah.
She is. I love that she does her hair that way.
I know that's very flattering. I think I didn't like her necklace when she was wearing that like grayish outfit and that big like they looked like
Oh, that big
plastic gray
chunky. Yeah.
stones.
Yeah, it was very
It,
chunky. I thought she pulled it off.
she could pull it off, but it looked so fake to me, and I thought she wouldn't wear
Uh,
like a big costume jewelry piece like that. I don't think.
yeah, maybe not.
Anyway,
Maybe
it's
not.
just a
Okay.
just a little aside there, Gia. Sorry.
Fashion asides from Keisha and Gia. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't worn a necklace in I don't know how long, but
I wear
anyway,
necklaces frequently, but
I like them. I just feel like I'm not. I can't have nice things. I ruin things.
yeah, I ruin rings.
Yeah,
Um,
I've ruined rings too. Hmm.
yeah, my hands. I'm always doing stuff, so I'm always like,
Yeah.
oh, where was the diamond that used to be in that ring? I don't know.
Yep. I haven't lost diamonds, but I've lost stones from rings. Yeah.
Oh, I lost a diamond. I was so bummed.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
small diamond, but
Wow. That's too
yeah,
bad.
one of my grandmother's rings. Yeah,
Oh, sheesh.
but I don't know. I live a hard life. I'm like
You're a
a
laborer.
yeah. I don't know.
You wish you were a
Anyway.
diller. We should get like a.
Knowing all the meanings now, it's just like that doesn't even work
It's
really.
ruined it for you because I was
Yeah,
thinking, wouldn't that be hilarious if we wrote like a play for like a community theater,
about the dillers.
the rivaling families
Yeah,
who are both
yeah,
dillers. Yeah.
different
Anyway,
colors. Yeah.
I guess that'll never
Um,
happen now, huh?
probably not.
You
No.
had to Google it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's see. What else do we had? A little bit of Emma action. Emma's going to be a chemist
Mm,
for
mm,
deception,
that's a
and
little more interesting, I guess, for her.
mildly more interesting. But won't she? Like, why didn't she instantly ask about animal testing?
Exactly. That should have come up unless, she already knows
Yeah,
that they don't test on animals, but that definitely would have been a question early on.
yeah. Wouldn't that be on the tip of her tongue? Like, or wait, are
Yeah.
they setting her up to go someplace and set all the
Oh, and release
heavily
all the
made up
bunnies.
rabbits free? Yeah,
You think
rabbits
first she would
made
wipe
up
off
like
the
wood.
mascara and then release them?
These whorish rabbits out in the streets. Hey, sailor.
Rich fantasy life. It's also vivid, though. That would be, the guys who did the Wallace and Gromit and the Were Rabbit sort of
Yeah,
shows.
yeah.
That would be a fun one for them to tackle.
Animal
Bunch of
testing
bunnies
on the
getting
rabbits.
released. Yeah. Wouldn't that be cute? But we'd learn something.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
go ahead.
So I guess that could be mildly interesting. Throwing Emma in the works there.
It would be great if they could sort of have her evolve into like, a respectable sort of young woman who is smart, and capable
Yeah. I
and
think what's happening also to me, I don't know about you, I can't speak for you, but I wish I could. But
I think you have.
you're welcome. Um I think that I'm finally like we've all said our piece that this Emma is completely different from the original Emma, and
Yeah.
it was one of the
Yeah.
worst recasts they ever did. But that
Yeah.
being said, I'm starting
Mhm.
to settle into who this person is, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
and deal with her
Yeah.
on her own
They've got
terms.
her talking less, and I think that's helping her case.
I know
You
I
know.
should try that. You should try that. Just
I should? Did you say you and then
everyone.
I?
Yeah.
Everyone? Everyone.
I'm just trying to make you feel better.
Should we have a moment of silence?
No, but you know how like people seem alluring if they just don't talk as much, and you
Yeah,
think there's some
yeah.
big mystery
Right,
going on there, and
right, right.
some
Is that
depth that may not.
expression better to be silent and thought a fool or something or
Oh, something
open
like
your mouth
that.
and
Yeah.
prove it, something like that. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
Oh, that's a
Anyway.
tricky one to remember. But yeah. Well, it doesn't roll off the tongue, does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't, but I think
It's not
we've
like
proved that we
lefty
are
loosey,
fools.
righty tighty, or something like that.
That's true. It's not like that. Oh God. I don't know what people are going to take away from this episode.
A headache,
They're
a
still not
migraine.
entirely sure if diller is a real word.
Well, it's some slang. It's yeah.
But
Yeah, don't look it up. You might your search history in your phone might be a
yeah,
problem.
suddenly you'll have a file somewhere and you won't be able to get
Don't
a
look up. Yeah,
job.
the Urban Dictionary is maybe not the place to look for things.
Yeah,
I like
good,
the
good.
idea though of an urban dictionary.
It's all about the slang, Gia. So anytime you're
Yeah,
directed towards the Urban Dictionary, just buckle up, okay?
buckle up, Buttercup.
Mm-hmm.
I
10
like that
times.
phrase. Buckle up,
Yeah,
Buttercup.
and it seems like I have a need for that phrase more often than I would think.
Yeah. To say to me, you mean, or to yourself?
Well, I guess I have a lot of conversations in my head with people where it comes up. I
Where
don't know
you're
what
gonna say
what
that
that
to them?
means.
Buckle up, Buttercup. Yeah.
Or I just like to say just buckle up. I don't need the buttercup part, but it's
But
okay if you do.
that's the whole like that's what makes it. That rhyme and the calling somebody buttercup,
Okay.
it's
You
like
okay.
whimsical and insulting at the same time.
Okay. All right, gotcha. Sure.
Buttercup, you know.
Okay. Oh boy.
You think you could start calling me Buttercup? Can that be my nickname instead of Gia?
You like buttercup.
But yeah.
I can try. I mean, if it will make you happy, it doesn't seem like
I
it would
don't know.
cost me anything,
It's
but
kind of it's a little funny to think of. Yeah, hello, I'm Buttercup.
all right, we'll see if I remember to do that on Monday's
Next time,
episode.
all right. I probably won't
Yeah.
remember. I'll be like, Jesus.
What are you talking about? Oh God. I was hoping we
Uh,
could sort
uh,
of finish strong, but I don't think we can.
Sorry, we're disintegrating. Do we have any other big happenings? What happened?
Um,
What else happened?
well, I guess the real
Well,
thing, what?
we had a scene. I don't know if it was big, but with Natalia, and
Oh, and Sidwell.
Sidwell. Yeah,
Yeah, that was that we didn't learn enough in that scene. It was more just like them like throwing glances at each other.
yeah, yeah,
So that seemed like a nothing burger to use your words, Buttercup.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. I just mainly I was just like, oh, here's two of the people like that
Yeah,
I probably hate the
yeah.
most on the show right now together in one scene.
Right, you put them together and you like them even
Yeah.
less, right?
Oh yeah, but that was the other like mysterious thing that got thrown in there. So then Alexis comes in and the end he
Yeah.
shows her the knife, the dagger or whatever. Like what was that? Am I supposed to remember that? Did
Is
she
that the
kill
knife
somebody
that
with that or
that
something?
well, her mother was killed with a knife. I'm thinking it must have been that knife.
Oh, okay. That's probably what it is.
Did Helena kill her mother with that knife, or did somebody else, one of the other Cassidines?
Was it her own father or something or who's her
Maybe
father?
I
Her
forget.
father was the Cassidine, right? Her mother was not a Cassidine. Her mother was like an opera
Right.
singer.
Yeah, yeah, her mother was like his mistress, right? So I think
Yeah.
Helena. So I guess we'll probably get that story if that's the knife. She'll tell him,
Okay. Yeah.
why it's not of interest to her. um, but yeah, that was
But he probably knows that. Like he's probably
he
gonna do
must.
some
Yeah,
evil
yeah,
something or other with it.
yeah,
Yeah.
bastard. Yeah.
He's a bastard. I can't stand anything about him. I don't like his low,
No,
rumbly voice and his,
no,
like,
no.
uh,
Yeah. Ugh, I know that's a bad
yuck.
character.
He's yucky.
Do you think
Yeah.
we're gonna love him in 4 months? Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are malleable.
We are. We are. We're definitely malleable.
Okay. Well, we've probably said enough.
I guess we
We
have maybe
probably
too
said too
much.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, we probably should just apologize again for
We
everything that's
apologize.
happened.
We
Yeah,
do. Yeah.
we do
And then
very, very
everything that's
much.
gonna happen in the next time, too.
Yeah, yeah.
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 I think more
All
people
right.
should be apologizing these days, though. So,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Gia.
Okay. All right. Well, it was fun. Let's do it again.
Yep.
And
Okay. All right. You
all
have a
right.
good night.
Okay, you too. See ya.
Okay. Bye.